How's it going, laser bruises? I'm Sixkilla. Welcome back to Zero Escape VLR, and it's time for us to get the fuck out of here. I am done in this place. I know I'm not meant to swear in the first 60 seconds of the episode, but god damn it, I can't help myself. Let's go. This should be the end. This should be the big one. The big one. The door's locked. It says lock. Just open the door. We got Accelavir. All the bombs are deactivated. I mean, what can go wrong? Nobody's dead. Except the old lady. You know. We know everything now.
Huh. It opened.
We should get back to the Floor A warehouse.
Why is that surprising? They always open when you use the key. Hey, wait. Did you guys hear something? You didn't hear it? It came from over here. Oh, nice. Sounds like something turned on. See, I told you. This screen wasn't on before.
You're right. Guess it was set to turn on when we opened the door.
It looks like an authentication screen. I think we need to put in an ID and a password.
Got it.
Yeah, but what?
That's what I noticed the illustration. The lion is eating the sun. The lion is eating the sun. The lion is eating the... Memento mori. Remember death. If the ninth lion ate the sun. Oh, of course. This was the real ninth lion. But if that were the case... Memento mori? Remember death? Memento mori. Remember death. Memento mori. Remember death. I'm guessing it's the one we haven't used yet. Oh. Kurashiki. Jumpy doll. That's all we hadn't used yet.
Sigma! Look!
Akane. You're...
Akane. Her name is Akane Kurashiki. I've been looking for her for a very long time.
He walked toward her. Slowly, carefully. Almost as if he was afraid of scaring her away. He reached out. Temioji's Jumpy, isn't he? I had that feeling before, but Temioji actually is Jumpy. The main character from the first game, right?
She's a hologram.
Temioji squeezed his eyes shut.
Akane.
He closed his hand around empty air and let it fall to his side. There was a moment of sad silence, and then she began to speak.
I see you finally arrived. I've been waiting for you. Well, I suppose that's slightly inaccurate. What you see now is a holographic message I recorded before you came here. Unfortunately, this means I will not be able to answer your questions, at least not directly. I hope you will understand. Now, where to begin? You probably have a great many questions.
Yeah.
What day is it? Where are we? Who is Zero? And what does he have to do with Akane Kurashiki? But I imagine there is one question that rises above all the others. Why were we brought here? The answer to that is simple. Everything that has happened here is part of our plan. All of this was required for the success of the AB project. I assume you heard the name by now, at least. In any event, you were all needed in order to execute our plan. The Nonary Game was necessary for the same reason. Your question now, I imagine, is just what is this AB project?
That's the main one, yeah.
The the answer to that is also simple.
Something to do with Radical 6.
Allow me to explain. We created the AB project for one purpose: to transport the consciousnesses of two people into the past. Those two people are you, Sigma, and you, Phi.
What do you mean, the past? The moment the words were out of my mouth, I realized no one could hear the answer to no one could answer the question. Not Phi nor Temioji, and certainly not a pre-recorded hologram.
Have you figured out what this room is? I assume you saw the Q on the door. It stands for quantum. That makes this the quantum room.
It took me a moment to realize she changed subjects without even pausing. There was nothing we could do, of course, but it still I felt a twinge of frustration.
Take a look at the rear of the room. Do you see that large enclosure? That houses our quantum computer. The systems that control this entire facility run on that machine. That includes the construct you refer to as Zero Jr., as well as the golems. All of them do their thinking in that box.
Hey, Luna.
Isn't that strange, though? It seems contrary to how we perceive the world. The body, the thing that you see and interact with, is somewhere else. But the mind and all its thoughts are in this box. Perhaps it isn't so strange, though. Perhaps humans are the same, with our minds and thoughts existing separate from our bodies. Our core is in our head, of course. We all have individual brains, think individual thoughts, and act according to individual wills. That makes communication difficult, though. So, we're forced to rely on inefficient mediums, like language, photographs, non-verbal cues, etc., to transmit information. Each one of us is an individual, and we have no direct connection to anyone else. But is that really true? In the dimensions we are most familiar with, yes, it is. If we look at things from another higher dimension, however, we may all be connected after all, like the branches of a tree or a rhizome. Imagine a horizontal cross-section of the root system of a large tree.
Okay. Where are we going with
All
this?
you can see are the spots where the roots intersect the plane of your cross-section. In the two dimensions you see, the roots all appear to be individual things with no connection to one another. But this isn't the case. If you expand your view and all the roots join together at the trunk, in two dimensions, they appear to be separate. But if you look at the roots from a third higher dimension, you see things that might appear to be separate from one another in three dimensions could be connected to one another if you look at them in four dimensions. Doesn't that at least seem like it could be a possibility? I believe that is how human consciousness actually works.
That's nice and all, but what does that have to do with anything?
Well, I'm not the only one, I suppose.
I mean, that has something to do with our ability to transfer into the past, but what does that have to do with this whole place? The point of everything?
Zero and I share that belief.
That's lovely.
Morphogenetic field theory.
Temioji mumbled something that sounded like nonsense. I opened my mouth to ask him what he meant, but Akane was already talking again.
Now, when I talk about a fourth dimension, I'm referring to the fourth dimension used in Minkowski space-time. Let's start with a single dimension, where all that exists is a point. Connect points to one another, and you have a line. In one dimension, the only surface you can create is that, a line. But move to two dimensions and create more lines, and you can create shapes. These are two-dimensional surfaces. Move up to three dimensions, and you can connect these shapes to one another and form three-dimensional objects. Now you have a three three-dimensional surface, which encompasses a volume of space. Connect three-dimensional objects to one another, and you formed a four-dimensional object, which encompasses a volume of both space and time. It is on that fourth dimensional axis that our minds are connected. If that was true, then what would prevent anyone from sending their consciousness backward or forward in time? That theory is the foundation of the AB project. The A represents after.
Why was it worth
and
people
the B
dying?
represents before. It probably sounds silly to you. A ridiculous story made up by a mad old woman. But look at what's happened to you. You've seen many different worlds and timelines, haven't you, Sigma? And what about you, Phi? I know you have too. Am I wrong? Tenmyoji should know what I'm talking about as well. I believe you experienced something very similar nearly half a century ago. You sent your consciousness to the past to help save a little girl's life. It was a long time ago, but
He is the main character from the first game.
perhaps you still remember.
That was Junpei.
Yeah, of course I do. How could I forget? That little girl was you, Akane.
Suddenly it felt like Phi and I were outsiders, trespassing on something we had no right to see. Tenmyoji's face was taut with emotion as he looked into Akane's eyes. It seemed almost like she was looking back at him.
Now, unfortunately, my time is up. The final stage of the project will begin very soon. I need to go prepare. The next time we meet, I can tell you the rest of the story. So come and find me. I'll be waiting. One
the
last
past.
thing. The cat in the box. Is it alive? Or is it dead? Sigma? Phi? You will decide its fate. Goodbye.
Wait! Akane, wait!
Oh, Tenmyoji, I can almost see you. You don't need to worry. Everything is going to be okay. I will see you again one day. I promise. But I'm going to have to ask you to wait just a little longer.
How is Tenmyoji, or how is Junpei and Akane so old? I mean, Alice is the same age she was then. Clover's the same age she was then, basically. But these guys are old now?
Wait! Akane!
And then she was gone. Tenmyoji collapsed to his knees, his back hunched and shaking. I saw tears land on the white-knuckled fist he pressed against his thighs. I kept quiet. What was there to say? Phi and I looked at one another and nodded silently. With a shaking hand, Tenmyoji pulled a photograph out of his pocket. It was a picture of a girl. After all we'd been through, her smile was enough to break your heart. We made our way to the warehouse on floor A, met up with the others. Took only a few minutes to decide to head to the infirmary. Oh yeah, we gotta heal everyone. As soon as we arrived, we began to treat Alice and Quark for Radical 6. I gave Luna the Accelavir that we'd found in the queue room. She quickly prepared it and... injected Alice and Quark.
Thank goodness. It will take some time for them to recover completely, but they should be fine.
Good.
Indeed.
Thank you, Luna. And thanks for finding the medicine, you guys. Thank you so much.
Don't sweat it.
No need to thank us.
Tenmyoji said nothing, just walked over to Quark's unconscious body. He took the small boy's hands in his own and held it tight. I could see tears at the corner of his eyes as he turned away from us. Suddenly I remembered Dio. Where had he gone? Didn't take me long to find him. He was sprawled unconscious on the floor beneath the sink. Handcuffs?
Oh, we found those in the crew quarters. Before you returned, we went to check on the bomb in room 2, and we found them there. Of course, the bomb was indeed turned off. Thank you again for dealing with them. You are, quite literally, lifesavers. You have my eternal gratitude.
Thanks. I coughed awkwardly and looked pointedly around the room. Glanced over at Fi to see she was doing the same thing. After that, we headed back to the Flore warehouse to play the AB game. Specifically, me, Fi, Kay, and Luna. Clover and Temioji decided to remain in the infirmary, just in case something happened with Alice, Quark, or Dio. Luna would represent Clover's team. With Quark and Dio sleeping, Kay would represent their team by default. Which left me, Fi, and Temioji. You should vote.
No, I'll let you handle it. I chose Betray in the last round. You probably don't trust me right now.
What? That doesn't matter. Now.
Excuse me. I apologize for interrupting, but I think you should be the one to vote in the next round, Fi.
Why?
You already have 9 BP. There's no reason for you to choose Betray now. You see?
There's no reason for anyone to betray anymore. We just go through it over and over again, clicking ally until we can all leave. It's not hard.
Not necessarily.
What does it matter what he's suggesting? We're almost there. We just have to play the AB game 3 more times. Then we can all get 9 points. But that means each representative has to choose ally all 3 times.
There's no reason not to.
Okay, I'll vote. You sure you're alright with this, Sigma?
Yeah, I trust you. What difference does it make now? Who gives a shit? I handed her the star key.
Shall we open the doors?
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Oh, right. We have to wait for the deadline.
Oh, well, we could vote earlier, but then each voter would be stuck inside the AB room for 45 minutes.
Okay. Let's go back to the infirmary then.
I agree. Please, lead the way.
Luna and Kay set off toward the yellow door. I was about to follow when...
Hold on. I just remembered something.
What?
The AB room on the left. In one of the other histories, she...
Oh, yeah. You're right. Akane's body was in there. What does this mean? Why didn't we find her body this time?
Maybe because she wasn't murdered.
But how? When did history change?
Do you remember what Akane said?
The cat in the box. Is it alive or is it dead? Sigma. Phi.
Is she the cat?
Will decide its fate.
The Schrodinger's cat thing.
Exactly.
I wonder what she meant by about us deciding
Perhaps
its
she
fate.
was saying her own fate wasn't decided yet. The history where she's alive and the history where she's murdered are both real right now.
I thought she got murdered in every timeline. What? No, that's impossible. Because she got murdered every time for Dio to come in. Otherwise, someone else would be murdered. We've already opened the box. We opened the door to this AB room, and there was no body.
No, we haven't opened the box. We haven't found a body, but we haven't found her alive yet either. In other words, we haven't actually observed her. The hologram was a recording from before this game started.
The next time we meet, I can tell you the rest of the story. So come and find me. I'll be waiting.
Where was Akane now? Where was she waiting for us? Or what if she wasn't anywhere now? What if she was waiting for us in another timeline? Or what if she was waiting for us in the past? Was that even possible? That's what I thought she meant. If she was, what would that mean? Don't make me remember something. I've got no more information I haven't used. I'm out. What? No. A new destination has been added to the flowchart. What? There's still an empty thing. Oh. Here. Can we look at the whole flowchart? We missed a spot. Dude, we missed another spot. Missed a spot. Alright, I guess we should go from here then. Right? AB room passed. Let's jump. Ugh. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Damn it. Looks like my head's gonna explode. Wait. We're right back at the start. Where the hell am I? We've never jumped back this far. It's like an elevator, but...
No. This is one of the AB rooms.
Ah! Who the hell are you? And what the hell's an AB room?
Damn. I guess you did lose your memory after all.
Memory? Memory? That's how she knew our name right at the beginning. She remembered all of this. I remember. You're Phi. She grinned. When is this?
Check your bracelet.
It's a red pair. BP is 3.
Mine's the same.
Does this mean this is the beginning of the game? We've gone back to when we first woke up in the AB room?
No, not quite. I think we woke up a little earlier this time.
How do you know?
Push the buttons on the side of your bracelet.
2 hours. 15 minutes.
We didn't wake up this long before the primary doors opened last time. I think we're about an hour early.
Wait a minute. If you're right...
Yeah. Akane might still be alive.
We need to stop Dio.
We got back before Dio killed her, I think.
Then-
Right. We're here for one reason.
To save her. To stop her from getting killed.
Exactly.
Let's move. We need to get out of here fast.
Don't need to tell me twice. Let's go.
Through the roof? Oh crap, we're doing this again? Is this the same puzzle as last time? Is this the exact same puzzle as last time? If it is, I'll skip past it. It's like, we don't need to look there. This is our past, remember? That means we're just repeating history. See what I'm getting at? Password for the safe should be the same. Oh, okay. Need to remember the password for the safe. We figured it out last time. Well, it'll be in our archives then. Yeah? Let's try Moon Sun Sun. Get the thing, you know. Get the secret code. You know, the secret, oh. Okay, I opened it. No, that's the wrong password. We need the other one to get the key. I was hoping there'd be another yellow folder in there. That's all God. Whinge, whinge, whinge. That's all I ever get from you. Anyway, sun, star, star. Let's go. There, it's open. Good work. Hurry up and grab the cracker. I meant the key. How the hell? Just shut up and do it. Grab the cracker. Mmm, crackers. Really like it on crackers. Alright, let's put the key in here. For God's sakes, just do it already. Don't need to yell. Good. So that worked. So when we go out, Dio's gonna try and kill us. Yeah. Blah, 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 go. Yeah, as soon as we leave, Dio's gonna try and kill us. Hey, you pushed the button. Bite me, you were taking too long. We're on a schedule here. It wasn't really a puzzle, but okay. But do you think the two of us could kick Dio's ass? Sure we can. Fly and I climbed through the hatch and came out on top of the AB room. Took us only a moment to spot them. Akane! Behind it was Dio. He was moving quickly and quietly, a knife glinting in his right hand. Shit! There was no time to yell at her. I scrambled down from the top of the AB room. Vi wasn't following me. When I looked back, she was still standing on the roof. Vi! What the hell are you doing? Get down here and... Before I could finish, she moved. She ran across the roof, launched herself into the air. KO! What the?
He's fine. Just unconscious.
I bent down and held my fingers in front of his mouth. He was still breathing.
I don't think he saw me. He probably has no idea what happened to him.
Guy went down like a sack of potatoes.
He had it coming.
Let's chain him up. I heard footsteps coming to a stop in front of us. I looked up. Some of information, lady.
So you came. I've been waiting for you. You're here to hear the rest, right?
Right. Wait. Just wait a minute. What the hell is your deal? How can you be so calm? If we hadn't shown up just now, you'd...
Have been stabbed in the heart by this young man and died. Yes. Although, that reminds me, I haven't thanked you yet.
Yeah, you should get on that.
Thank you very much. I very much appreciate you saving me.
What?
Hold on. How do you know about being stabbed by Dio? Are you an Esper too?
Yes. Indeed I am. I am able to jump through time, just like you.
Then what the hell were you thinking? If you knew he was gonna stab you, why were you gonna let him do it?
Because I had to.
Itchy. You what?
Think back. Why are you here? If I hadn't been killed by Dio, no one else would have been murdered. Consequently, your own abilities would never have manifested. I did explain, didn't I? The purpose of the AB project was to send the two of you to the past. Or your minds, at least. In order for that to happen, some death was necessary.
Cool.
When a human brain is faced with danger, its processing speed increases.
The opposite of Radical 6 then.
Information is processed more quickly, and time almost seems to slow. A few seconds can feel like an eternity. Unfortunately, that in itself isn't enough to send oneself through time. The amplitude of the consciousness is simply too small. In order to increase the amplitude, we need to slow down the brain before the increase happens. It's a little like a slingshot. You pull back on the rubber band and then let go. The potential energy you stored in the band is released and converted into kinetic energy. That's what fires the bullet out of the slingshot. Now, while a slingshot can only fire in one direction, your mind isn't similarly limited.
Good.
When the bullet of your consciousness is fired from the slingshot of your brain, it travels past the three-dimensional world and into the four-dimensional one. From that perspective, time is no longer fixed. In other words, you can travel to the future, the past, whenever you like. Your consciousness has been released from the three-dimensional cage.
That's nice
In
and all.
order for that to happen, I had to infect you with Radical 6.
Whoa, what?
We're infected with Radical 6?
Yes. Don't you remember, Sigma? Luna should have told you about it in another timeline.
Are you sure? Infecting all of these people with such a horrible disease?
Every single one of you has been infected. Well, apart from Luna, of course. Unfortunately, it was necessary. We needed to slow your minds in order to store up your potential energy. Then we provided a dire situation that would accelerate your processing speed. The result is what you are now experiencing. Your consciousness now occupies 4-dimensional space-time. Even that, however, wasn't enough. You had the ability to travel, but your memories could easily be lost during the trip. If the project was to succeed, you had to be able to retain everything you learned in each reality.
Well, we didn't retain everything we learned in each reality, just a little bit.
That was the reason you were forced to jump so many times. With each jump, your ability to remember improved. Eventually, you would be able to retain everything. That is why we made you play the A-B game. That was why you had to select different chromatic doors.
Yeah, but what's it for? What is the point of making us be able to travel in time?
By forcing specific choices, we could cause you to make more jumps.
But what for? I get it. I think I finally understand. Well, okay, there are a lot of things I don't understand, but all of what you've just told me makes sense. You did all of this so that Fire and I could jump through 4-dimensional space with our memories intact, right?
Yes.
But why did you need us to do that? People have died for this. I mean, let's count how many different ways people died. Murder, antimatter explosions, suicide. I've died, so has Fi. So have you. So why would you do all this? What does it matter that Fi and I can jump through time?
Haven't I told you? Death was unavoidable. You are all destined to die. Sacrifices had to be made for the sake of the project.
I already know all that. What I'm asking you is why? Why is it so goddamn important that it's worth all of this?
Ah. I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually.
What? Just when is eventually?
In a future not very far from now.
Bullshit. That's not good enough. Why can't you tell us now? Instead of answering, Akane knelt down next to Dio and picked his knife up off the floor.
I'm going to keep this with me.
Don't change the subject.
But it's almost time.
What are you talking about? We've got plenty of time.
No, in a few moments you'll return to the original timeline.
What?
This is the way it has to be. Don't fight it. Logomorph.
Yes.
Logomorph?
You call him Zero Jr. His official designation is Logomorph. Logomorph, this is an order. Unlock my bracelet.
Compliance.
Now, everything is in place. I have put the bracelet onto Dio.
I don't like you, Akane.
All we have to do is place his body in the 5th AB room, the second one from the right.
That's the one Quark is in, right?
Correct. I will move him. I will also put your bodies back into the 3rd AB room. Once that's done, I will reset its puzzle to an unsolved state.
Why do you need to do all that?
To recreate the history that you remember. Your consciousness is about to leave your body and return to the future. Your body will be emptied, and your other consciousness will jump back in. If your bodies aren't back in the 3rd AB room by then, it would be bad.
So you're saying some version of us is going to wake up in that room and repeat the same history again? Well, I I guess this could actually be our second or third time.
You are exactly correct. Lastly,
Can't you explain to me what the point of this
I'm
is?
going to leave this with you.
That's what I want to know. She paused and pulled something out of her pocket. There's a small key attached to a string.
I'll tie it onto your ankle so that you won't lose it. All right, Sigma?
What's it say on there?
Tu fui ego eris.
It's Latin. It means, what you are, I was. What I am, you will be.
Yes.
What am I supposed to do with it?
It will help you meet someone who's very important.
Why did she have to talk in cryptic fucking crossword puzzles? Huh?
Go.
God, she's irritating.
Return to the future.
I wish I hadn't saved you with 999, lady.
You won't be alone. I will be at your side, watching over you. Now hurry.
Wait, I still... Should never saved your ass. Should have left you in that incinerator room. That's harsh. That's really harsh. Well, I guess we're out of time for this episode again. New destination has been added to the flowchart once again. Man, that's a long game. We're gonna wrap it up here. And in the next one, I guess we'll do the next piece of the flowchart, I suppose. There's little bits and pieces over there that we missed, but those are all just bad ends, so I don't see there's any reason to do those. We're just gonna kick off here. The next one. Till then, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.